You've stubbed your toe. You know the moment, the half-second of silence before it hits. And then it hits. But here's what nobody tells you. The pain didn't come from your toe. It came from your brain. Your toe sent a signal. Your brain decided how much that signal was going to hurt. And that decision is far more complicated and far more interesting than you might think. When something damages your body or even threatens to, specialized nerve endings called nociceptors fire off an electrical signal. That signal travels up your spinal cord and arrives at your brain in a fraction of a second. But here's the key. Your brain doesn't just receive the signal and pass it on. It processes it. It weighs it. It decides, based on everything else going on, how much attention to give it. Pain is not a measurement. It's a judgment. That's why a paper cut can feel unbearable, while a much deeper wound sometimes barely registers. Your fingertips are packed with nerve endings. They're built for precision and sensitivity. So when something goes wrong there, the signal is loud. Very loud. A paper cut also stays open. It flexes every time you move your finger, sending fresh signals over and over. Meanwhile, a deep cut in a less sensitive area might flood the brain with so many signals at once that it actually damps them down. Your brain has a volume dial, and it uses it. Context changes everything. Soldiers in battle have reported serious injuries they didn't feel until hours later. Athletes break bones mid-game and keep playing. When your brain decides that surviving or winning matters more than registering pain, it releases its own natural painkillers, endorphins, and turns the volume down. Adrenaline does the same thing. Your brain is not trying to deceive you. It's trying to keep you alive. Pain is information, and sometimes the most useful thing is to delay it. The placebo effect is one of the most remarkable demonstrations of this. If you give someone a sugar pill and tell them it's a painkiller, their pain genuinely reduces. Not because they imagined it, because their brain, believing relief is coming, actually releases real endorphins. The expectation of less pain produces less pain. This isn't weakness or gullibility. It's proof of just how much your brain controls the experience. The pill was fake. The relief was real. Phantom limb pain makes this even stranger. People who have lost an arm or a leg sometimes feel intense pain in the limb that is no longer there. The limb is gone. The nerve endings are gone. But the brain still has a map of the body, and that map still expects signals from a hand or a foot that no longer exists. When those signals don't arrive, the brain can generate its own. Pain without a source. Because pain was never really about the body. It was always about the brain's model of the body. And then there's this. When you lose someone you love, or feel deeply rejected, brain scans show that the same regions light up as when you feel physical pain. The anterior cingulate cortex, one of the key pain processing areas, responds to heartbreak the same way it responds to a broken bone. When people say emotional pain hurts, they are not speaking metaphorically. They are describing something neurologically real. Your brain does not distinguish between the two as cleanly as we might hope. Sometimes the system gets stuck. Chronic pain is what happens when the alarm keeps firing long after the original damage has healed. The nervous system becomes sensitized, like a smoke detector that goes off every time you make toast. The pain is real. It's just no longer accurately reporting damage. Understanding this has changed how doctors treat it, because if pain is a brain process, then the brain itself can be part of the treatment. Therapy, mindfulness, and retraining the nervous system can all genuinely reduce pain. Not by ignoring it, by changing how the brain processes it. Pain is not the enemy. It's information. It's your brain doing its job, trying to protect you, trying to keep you moving, trying to make sure you pay attention to what matters. The next time something hurts, there's a whole system working behind it. Nerve endings, spinal cord, a brain weighing signals, making decisions, trying its best. It doesn't always get it right.